Hey guys, today I'm going to show you the definitive guide on how to update the firmware on your MMI 2G or 3G system. And this, like I said, is going to be the ultimate guide that you will find anywhere on the internet. And all you need to do this is a couple of things. You need a PC or a laptop that has the possibility to record stuff on CDs or DVDs, and you will also need to have a working CD changer in your Audi. That's basically it. Nothing else is required. Your car doesn't need to have anything special coded in the MMI like in some of the guides that I've seen, and I will show you exactly what to do in this video. You've probably read or heard online of horror stories with the Bose audio which this car is equipped with, or the Bauer & Wilkinson audio not being recognized or going into component protection mode after the update. So what a lot of guides actually tell you to go and do is to go into the hidden menu. The problem is that the hidden menu is not enabled on 99% of these cars. In order to get the hidden menu to appear, it is the green hidden menu where there are additional options and you can add or remove stuff depending on what your car is equipped with. So in order to do that, in order to get this menu to appear in the first place, the problem is that you need either a VCDS or a Volkswagen Audio Group communication software. So the VCDS is basically a cracked software, so to speak. It is made for the guys at home that want to work on their Audis or Volkswagen or any other car from the Volkswagen Audi Group. The problem is that this software is a little bit difficult to learn, to work with, and the other thing is that you will need a special cable to plug into the OBD port, which is right there, and all of that is expensive. So the cable goes for around 35 to 40 bucks online. There are cheap Chinese clones, but those don't work, so please don't buy those. And then you will need to download the software from somewhere, which may or may not work properly. Some of the cables don't work with the full version of the software. There are light versions of the software, but those don't have all of the possibilities. So what I'm going to show you now is how you can update everything. So your MMI 2G or MMI 3G, it's exactly the same procedure for both, with basically just hand tools. You'll need a couple of CDs. You can buy the cheapest crap that you can find in your local store. They sell them in supermarkets now. Just buy the cheapest one. You will be needing a laptop, like I said, or a PC that has the ability to burn drives. And you will need to put in the software there. If you don't want to go that route, there are also cheap CDs that people online are selling. eBay, Amazon, you can find them for 10 to 20 bucks. Those are fine. It will save you some trouble. You'll know that it's properly burned on the CD. And that's pretty much it. So the other thing that you'll need to have is a CD changer that actually works, because sometimes the CD changer is broken and it cannot recognize the CD. What I will show you next is how you can actually be sure that nothing will go wrong with your Bose or Bauer & Wilkinson amp. So in order to update properly, the first option was, like I said, go through the green extended menu. That's the engineering menu directly from here, if that was enabled, and just disable the amp from there, or go into user-defined update mode. However, like I said, on many of the cars, 99% of these cars, this option is not there. Instead of paying someone to enable this option for you, or to buy the expensive equipment and doing that yourself, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this without needing this menu, and everything will work 100%. So the first thing that you need to do is go into your trunk, And as you can see, I already have a navigation DVD here, and I have several CDs where everything has been burned. I actually didn't burn these myself. I purchased those online from an irreputable reseller for $10, so those were the absolute cheapest CDs that I could find, just to show that it will work even with the crappiest CDs possible. So here is where your amps will sit. Just take the cover off, and here on the top is the amp. There will be 2 screws on yours. On mine I've already removed those. These are T25 screws. Just put in a screwdriver, remove those, and just grab the amp and pull it to this side. When you do that, you will see there is a cable, this cable that has plastic on top of it, plastic shielding protecting the wires. Just trace it back to where it is connected to the amp. Right here in the back there is a little prong that you will have to click on in order to get it out, and here it is. So this is the little guy that you have to press in right here in order to remove it, and this is the fiber optic cable. Mine is a little bit broken, but that doesn't matter because it is working fine. As you can see, it's trying to send signal right now. So this is the fiber optic cable. There are 2 things that you can do here. One thing is to go and buy a fiber optic loop. Those go for about $15 to $20 online. And what this will do is this will isolate the amp, so you can just plug the loop to this. You need a female plug it in, and this will basically loop this, the signal sent through this wire to this wire, and the car will think that everything is fine, but the amp will not be connected. This way, when you do the update, the amp is not going to get updated and it's not going to go in component protection, and thus leaving you with audio coming only through the left side, so the driver's side, speakers, or no audio at all. The other option is what I'm going to show you right now. It's a little bit more finicky, but it's cheap and it works. The first thing you need to do is, like I said, take the cable out of the DSP, and there you will see here on the connector a small blue plug. This is the retainer. It looks like this on this side. This is the top side, and then on this side it looks like this. You need a small flathead screwdriver, pry on the plug, so push it down from this side and just remove the blue retainer. I'll do that off camera because I need both hands to do that, and now we'll show you what to do next. This is the connector, and this is the blue retainer. It's not what it looks like. When you take the retainer off, the cables will want to automatically spring out. What you have to make note of is which cable goes where. On mine, and I guess on any other car, the cable with this little info tag on it is the one that sends signal. So it's the one that actually sends it's trying to send signal right now. And this one goes with the arrow in, so this top one. The other one, which currently is not sending signal, is the one that goes back. So you will need this information in order to put everything back in correctly when you're finished. What you'll need to do next is basically to create your own fiber optic loop. So you'll need a way to mate both of these together. And the easiest way to do that is by using the original connector. So just put in the connector over one of the cables so that it goes in, just like this. It's not all the way in, it's just in. Then take the other connector and put it on top. I'll need both hands to do that, but I will show you that it will work. So I have created now my own fiber optic loop, like you can see. Just don't touch it unless it is touched or moved around. It won't create any trouble. So this is the way it's done. The cables are securely in there. what you can do is, if you want to be 100% sure nothing will go wrong, you can put a piece of tape or electric tape or some of this crap that I have lying here. Just put it in so that it's secure, so that the cables don't move around, because if they move, then there might be a problem. So just put in some tape just so that you're sure that the cables aren't going to move, and then we can proceed with updating the MMI. So now we're back in the car, and some of you might be wondering, well, why do we need to create the fiber optic loop? Can't I just unplug those cables from the back of the DSP and update the system then? The answer to that question is, it's a good idea, but it won't work, because the MMI will sense that there is a break in the system somewhere. And when you go and put in your key, the screen is not going to light up. So now, how do you know if the loop is working? You will know when you actually put in the key and your MMI screen is working. It wouldn't be working if there was a problem with the loop in the back. So, next step, what do? We open the glove box and we eject the CDs that we have in there. So all of the CDs, if you have one or more CDs, just eject those. No CDs need to be in the CD changer. My CD changer has finally decided to give me back the CD that I had inside. I'll just put that to the side here, and I will go and put in the other CD. So before I put in the CD, I just want to explain what of the 3 CDs from the MMI upgrade package does. The first CD is, let's say your car is a little bit older, the MMI wasn't updated. On mine, the original version that I have here is 3450. That's a quite old version. So if you have 3460 version of the MMI or older, you will need the first CD. CD1 updates older versions of the MMI to version 5150. 5150 is the intermediate version. That is the version where most of the things have been polished out. You have a lot of new features that are actually good and working, but it's not the latest update. The latest update is 5570. So the 5570 update is on CD3. Then what is CD2, you might ask? Well, CD2 is the update for Bluetooth and telephone connection. So this car was not equipped with either Bluetooth or telephone, which is actually a good thing, because in 2007, 2008 might have been cool. Now it's completely obsolete. So it is completely unnecessary. So what I will be doing, and I will be upgrading only MMI 1. Upgrading the MMI from 3460 to 5150 version, and then from 5150 to 5570. This is all that I'm going to be doing. If you have the Bluetooth, go ahead, put the CD in for the Bluetooth as well. I don't need that on mine. The CDs will need to be put in the CD changer number 1 slot. Not number 2, not number 3, not 6, 1. They need to be put one at a time. So you go, put in CD1, update the MMI, restart it, check that everything works. Only then take the CD out, put in the new CD in the same spot. Don't put it somewhere else. I've heard people trying to do that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So don't do that. So what we will need to do next is actually putting the key in the ignition, put it to position 2, and load up the CD in slot number 1. So press in 1 and put in the CD, put in load, and we're putting now the CD. How do you go to the software update screen on here? quite easy. You go to car, press car, you go to this, and then you press on return, and the screen should show. If it doesn't, you might need to click on car and return at the same time. Hold those, and then lift your finger off the car button. Continue pressing on the return. If this also doesn't work, when you're on this menu, press on setup and then on return. And yep, it's showing now. There are different procedures because there are different versions of the car, US, Russian, European, and it depends with which button combination it will work. On some it works with just car and return, with others you need setup and return, but either way you will need to be in the menu of the car first. If you try to do that outside of the car menu, again, it will not work properly. So now all you need to do is click on software update with this button right here. Just select software update. With the joystick, click on the menu to read the CD, and we're starting with the process for updating. It will take some time. CD number 1 will take about 45 minutes to an hour. The CD number 3 will take about 25 to 30 minutes, but your mileage may vary. So you don't need to have the engine running. I don't have it on mine. Just make sure that the battery of the car is sufficiently charged. Don't do it with a half-dead battery. And that's basically it. So now we have standard. We click to select next. Here you can see everything that can be updated. And we'll just click on start download. Once everything is done, I will come back to you and I will show you. Hi everyone. So now here it is updating. I have inserted disk number 1 from the cheap discs that I bought online. So this is the first disk. It's supposed to update the 2G MMI to 5150 version, if I'm not mistaken. It's already on 5%. Sorry for the defocusing. It's a bit dark outside and it's really raining, so that's why the camera is having a little bit tough time. So I will wait for the update to go through, at least the first one. Disk number 2, so this one we're not going to be using because that's for the Bluetooth module and the telephone, which this car was not equipped with. So disk 2 we don't need. Once this goes to 100% and is done, all we need to do is put in disk number 3 instead of disk number 1. Sorry. And that will update the MMI 2G to version 5570, which is the latest version here in Europe. Excuse me. So that's pretty much it. I already showed you how to rig the fiber optics for the Bose audio system, which this car is equipped with. It's a bit dark, so I can't really show you the Bose badging right over there. But trust me, it is a Bose equipped car. So yeah, you already saw that. If you have any questions about the rigging of the Bose fiber optics, let me know in the comments below. Once this is done, I will put on the camera back up so that I can show you upgrading with the third disc. Okay guys, so it's gotten quite dark. I'm really sorry about this, but the update took about 40 minutes and it's already fall. So the day isn't as long as it used to be in the summer. But as you can see, the update is done. It allows me now to scroll from this menu down here and just click restart with the button. Just restart the MMI. And the update should be done to update 5150. We will see now if everything will be working. And I already can see that the screen is booting up. It says ODS 6. Okay, and it seems that it is working. Okay, so this was basically the update for the first CD. I will think about if I will be updating to the other disc, the disc number 3, with the update to 5570 today, or maybe tomorrow during the daytime, because as you can already see, it's super dark outside. One can barely see anything. Hey guys, it's a new day. It was quite late and I was a lot tired, so I decided to do this another day. Now I have the CD3 in the CD changer, and I'm going to do the update from CD3 to version 5570 from 5150 that I did in the other day. So I just wanted to show you the progress. It's now on file number 2 and it's updating from 5150 to 5570, and the update is going faster, a lot faster than the first update, because this time we're not skipping any versions, so it has a lot less information that it needs to read and write into the MMI. When everything is done, I will get back to you and show you how to tidy up all of the mess that we have created in the trunk. And one last thing, actually the CDs that I've purchased, they're not a lot of money, they're only $10, but I needed them only for this update, so I'm going to be giving those CDs away. All you need to do to participate in the giveaway is to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and also leave a comment on this video. If you do that, I'm going to check, and if you've completed all of these steps, you might be the one lucky guy to get these CDs. Like I said, they're not expensive, you can go and buy them yourself, I know, but I needed them only for the ones, and this might help someone that wanted to do this update for themselves. And you won't need to spend absolutely no money on this. I also have a navigation DVD with 2018 maps for Eastern Europe, and I will also bundle that with the CD, so you'll get 4 CDs for free. The navigation DVD usually costs about 15 euros, if not mistaken, somewhere in that about. So I will be giving that away as well. So yeah, just subscribe, comment on the video, and also like this video. In the comment section below, tell me why you need to be the one to get the CDs. Basically, why you need to win this giveaway. Just do that, and I will select one of you guys at a random way, and I will tell you in the next video who the lucky winner is. Please only participate people from Bulgaria, because otherwise the cost of sending the CDs will be too much for me, at least for now. I will be doing future giveaways that are for entire Europe, but for now, just please, this will be only for people from Bulgaria. So BG Bulgaria only. That's it. As promised, I'll show you how to tidy up the mess that we created. So just remove all of this. Take back the cables, check if this cable is in the correct position, and it's not. This cable needs to go back here, because this is the one that is actually sending the signal. So it is the in cable right here. Push it all the way in, and then also mate the other cable. Put both cables in the connector, push them all the way in, and then all you need to do is put in the little retainer. You can see there's a little pin in the retainer, so it goes only one way. You cannot really mess that up. Just push it in, tug on the connectors, see if they are in the correct way, and they sure are. And now just put this back in the amp. I'll need both hands to do that. Fully installed, just slide the amp back in. Try not to take the retainers out by doing that. Just slide it on top. The cable is pinched in the back. Try to unpinch it. Sorry that it's a bit dark, but it's just getting dark outside once again. So this needs to be over the screw holes. And now take your screws, again T25s, one here. So this is what the little screws look like. Just put those back in, screw them tight, and that's it. That's pretty much done. With the screws put in place, you can now put in the cover over the amp and navigation stuff, and you're done. That was it. Thank you a lot for watching this guide. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.